up, JC Empire?
It's your girl Jalen.
It's your boy Cord.
We back with another video, but it's not nothing that y'all would say is the greatest out of the greatest. But as y'all can tell by the title, y'all know what we're gonna be talking about in this video.
It's basically a story time, but it's not a good story.
Yeah. It's a terrible story, you know. Nobody will wanna go through that type of stuff, but it is what it is. And y'all probably can tell, like, you know, right now we at the house. Well, we in the basement actually, my house. But you know, at the end of the story, we gonna let y'all know, you know, what the deal is and why we here right now.
Okay, I'm finna start. Jay probably not gonna be talking as much, but yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all like my feedback and my thoughts about it and stuff like that, and what I have experienced. I ain't experienced as much as he did, but you know, heard and did things or whatever. And also, y'all, if y'all hear in the background, it's gonna be dogs fighting because they always fighting. But they can go ahead.
Basically, you know, I was in this predicament that I didn't have nowhere to stay. You know, I moved up here to Illinois. Family just, you know, turned on me. So
okay, y'all, so I'm gonna start off saying this. So basically, y'all know Bay is from Mississippi. We had, I'm not sure, yeah, he did say that in like our first video, which y'all should go check out. But he said in his first video how he from Mississippi. He was telling me when we first had started talking how he wanted to move to Illinois anyway, and that I was also kind of like a reason to, because you know, long distance relationships is kind of like hard, especially like when you're older and stuff like that. But yeah, so that had happened. So he had thought about moving up here. He finally moved up here in June, which y'all can kind of tell like by the first video. And then it was just like this situation to where he didn't have nowhere to stay up here. So it was just kind of hard for him finding places where to stay. And luckily he did have a car before he came out here, or had a car period, because I mean, he probably wouldn't even have been able to sleep in his car or something like that. But it was just very hard to find a place for him to sleep at, which is kind of scary. And you know, I'm not sure, you know, why this type of things is happening to him. But yeah, so that was kind of like the start of where this story, actual story, is finna get into, which Bay is finna start saying.
So basically, you know, I went to my brother's house. He wouldn't answer the phone. You know, I was trying to charge my phone. I didn't have nowhere to stay. My other brother, so-called brother, well, he's not my real brother. He's my step brother. But he basically kicked me out the house because somebody was willing to pay him $600, you know, every week to rent a room. So they were uncomfortable with me being there, basically. So, you know, he kicked me out. He made me come to get all my stuff. And the night after that, you know, I went to my real brother's house to try to charge my phone. So I left his house to go to the gas station, right? I went in the gas station, got all my snacks, what I was gonna sleep in my car. And I came out the gas station and it was 4 dudes. They had guns, one to my head and to my chest. And they basically told me to get down, and they took everything. You know, my car, social, birth certificate, clothes, everything, wallet, money. You know, I'm just thankful that, you know, that they at least, you know, had a kind heart of not to shoot me, you know, because I probably wouldn't be able to, you know, give y'all this little story time, you know. And I'm still traumatized behind it. Luckily, I have Jay and her family. Because if it wasn't for them, I would definitely be sleeping on the streets. No clothes, nothing. Family. I have family up here. But they're not acting like family. I have Jay. She's my girlfriend. Her family is treating me more like family than my family is. So, it's like, I just wish my family didn't act like that. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have Jay. She helped me through everything. Even when I was in Mississippi, she helped me through everything. She talked me through everything. Now that I'm up here, it's like, it's better. And I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm okay. My mental health isn't where I want it to be, but at least I'm physically here and I'm physically okay. I ain't got no scratches, no scars. It could have been worse, but God was on my side. And it wasn't nothing but the devil. But God stood in the way of them shooting me. Luckily I didn't make no bad moves, or they probably would have shot me. But I just want to thank God and thank Jay and her mom. And I just want to thank everybody that checked on me. I really don't have that much to say. It's just that situation still haunts me in my sleep. Like, that's how you know it's bad.
But yeah, y'all, don't talk about me talking about, oh, why she brushing his hair like that, blah blah blah, and combing his hair. I just want to do something to this out. But yeah, like what all they had just said is really like traumatizing, and it's traumatizing to me because this is what I gotta say, because I was trying to say that basically I gotta tell y'all like my sad. So I was talking to my mama, and me and Corey always on the phone. It don't matter like what, I be on the phone with him at work. I would just sneak my earpods in, whatever the case may be, because I just wanted to talk to him and stuff. I go to sleep on the phone with him even when he was up here. So it's like I just can't, go without being on the phone with Corey. And then that's when I finally stopped talking to my mom. I went upstairs because I was about to eat something, and all I heard was Corey say, "Chill out, chill out." And I'm thinking, I'm like, wait, he's supposed to be at his brother's house. Is his brother doing something to him? And I heard somebody say, "Where your keys at? Where your keys at?" And then I heard Corey was like, actually like yelling, screaming, and I heard a little bit of, crying or whatever the case may be. And don't be like, oh yeah, he crying, blah, blah, blah. He this, he that. Like, it don't matter, because at the end of the day, everybody know that not everybody's gonna react the same to that type of stuff, because we not the type of people, oh, we know about them type of gangs, or we got guns on us, no, not like that. Even though we do plan on trying to get some because of, stuff like this. But yeah, Bay is right, because like if he would have made the wrong move, or if he would have had a gun, he probably would have got shot and possibly killed. But yeah, so I was hearing people say, "Well, your keys at this and that," and I'm like, who is this? And then I heard somebody say, "Oh, we got his ish." And I'm like, So because sometimes Corey leaves his phone in the car. I'm like, oh my God, Corey did not just leave his phone in the car and stuff like that. So then as soon as I heard that, I'm still on the phone. I muted my stuff because I was on FaceTime with Corey. Luckily he had his phone off and stuff like that. But then I think eventually they knew that I was still, like, I was on the phone, because they knew they couldn't get into it, and they probably saw the little green icon where, you on the phone, like, iPhones tell you. So all I know was, I started calling the police. I was still on the phone with them. I was hearing them talking, and all of a sudden I didn't hear nothing talk. I was just hearing cars ride past. I'm thinking they still driving. No, like, I had Corey location on Life 360, and that's a good app. Y'all need to get that. And it told me where Corey's phone was. So then the police drove over there to go get the phone. It was in the middle of the street. It was cracked badly. Like, babe, where your phone at? Cracked badly.
12.
And he just like had got this phone. They threw it out the window. They broke the case and all that. So, and the police got it and stuff like that. And they were trying to like the gas station that he was robbed at. The police, I guess they were trying to get like the little surveillance videos and stuff like that. But and then they had threw Corey cover out. Like Corey said, he had always sold everything up in there because of the fact that he couldn't have nowhere to keep his personal stuff at because he was kicked out and didn't have nowhere to stay. So it's kind of been like kind of hard, especially like with the social thing, whatever the case may be, because he don't have anything to prove or show that that's him because he can't get his social logged in there, so nobody will use it. He didn't got a new driver's license, had to pay $30 for that, and they just stole that birth certificate, everything, so they can possibly steal his identity. But I just know I was kind of traumatized just hearing it, because like literally when I heard them when I heard him say chill out, I'm like, oh my god, I hope this not him and his brother getting into it. But I'm like, I knew it ain't up. So as soon as I was on the phone with the police and stuff like that, you know, muting myself on the phone with Corey, I used my brother's phone. And then all I know was somebody rang the doorbell. I looked outside, I'm scared. I'm thinking it's like somebody, you know, trying to get us. I only know this Corey. And I ran outside like, Mama, Corey got robbed. Or she was like, what? I opened the door. Corey was, you know, crying. He's like, they stole everything. And then the police, the dispatcher on the phone, she's like, let me talk to Corey. And I gave the phone to him to speak to her. And the police came, they was writing out everything, whatever the case may be. And yeah, so me, my mama, and my siblings took upon ourselves, and we went to go try to drive down near streets and stuff like that to try to see if we can find a car. But I'm like, it's probably long gone or something like that. But it was just a scary situation. To hear that my boyfriend was held at gunpoint, literally to his head and to his chest, scares me. But they also said that they had, the people at the gas station had called the police, but they probably was taking all day and stuff. But luckily, I am so thankful, and I'm thanking God, because he was literally at a gas station near my house, so he was able to run as fast as he can and get to my house. But it's just crazy how all of a sudden he was at the gas station by himself. Nobody was riding past. Nobody else was at the gas station besides, you know, the people that work there. But I don't know what's going on through their head, but it's just scary. And anybody else who have ever been through this, or their boyfriend have to go through this type of stuff, it's like, yeah, you gotta say something.
I really don't have that much to say.
You know, it's like every time you think about it, he gets upset and stuff like that. So I did say I wasn't gonna be talking majority of the time, but it's like I kind of have to talk for him now. Yeah, I kind of have to talk for him now, because so I literally, like the job I'm at right now, I asked him, can I leave straight off at 10 so I can go get my boyfriend, because this certain situation happened. Like, I gotta do what's best for me and him. And so since he didn't have a car or nothing, you know, it was like, dang. So that night he stayed at our house. And then, you know, over time he's still saying, like, literally yesterday, which was Sunday, made a week from yesterday that the situation happened. Oh, his mom told him the situation. His mom was like, oh, you gotta come back to Mississippi. It's like, it's so hard for me to go back to seeing my boyfriend, having to go back there, because he came up here to have a better life, to start school, make more money and stuff like that. Because, you know, certain areas and states and stuff, they make less than other, you know, states. And then plus us, and you know, we want to get a YouTube going, whatever the case may be. But I was gonna be like really upset, because we really grew a bond, and literally next month, which is October 2nd, we make, you know, a year. So yeah, so I was trying to get him to talk to my mama, to influence her so much for him to stay, because I just didn't want to see him go. And I know Corey is hard working. I know Corey is, you know, nice, respectful, whatever the case may be. He do what he gotta do. He'll help you pay something. He'll help you, you know, do whatever work you gotta do around the house. So I'm like, you know, hopefully my mama accepted what she did. And I do love my mama for that. I love my mama, period. And this is coming from somebody, mama, who's like very strict and don't condone in it. Like, you know, oh, your boyfriend live with you. But then she see the situation he going through and stuff. And she see how hard life is for Corey. She see that he going to work. She see that he trying to help us and stuff like that. So I think she realized, you know, I then matured and she know that he's mature. So she just, you know, gave it a yes, which I'm really thankful for. But yeah, y'all, but I wasn't trying to really make this video really long because it's really a short video but at the same time, there's like a lot of information and stuff like that. But if y'all ever went through this predicament, or you know, anybody can go through this. So I was saying this, y'all, just be safe. Please don't go to the gas station late at night. Make sure, you know, the family members that y'all think is down for you or that offered you to stay with the whatever kids may be, you gotta, you know, do background checks and stuff like that. Cause, you know, I'll be upset if that was to happen to me when I didn't have nowhere to stay. And like, also this, like, not everybody believes in the same religion or believes in the same thing, whatever kids may be, but I just so bad to start talking to God and Jesus every day, just praying and stuff like that. And lately, things have been getting better for him, but he's just still traumatized. Of course, you know, you're gonna have PTSD from that type of stuff. So
I love y'all, and I really love y'all support. You know, comment down below, give me some encouraging words, you know, blessings, you know, that would really help coming from my subscribers, our subscribers. You know, leave a prayer or something down below.
And Bay not even ask you, like, mind y'all, his wallet was up in there too, so which is like where his social and stuff was in, and all his clothes was up in there, all his shoes, his clothes. He even had some of his food up in there. But luckily they did throw the phone out the window, and luckily it's still, you know, working. But
the main thing I really wanted to get out was my pawpaw picture.
Yeah.
And my pawpaw, I had a mask with his last name on it, and they got it. Me thinking about it right now, it's really making me sad, cause I had not been up here for however many years. And my papa just had a funeral. My grandma the year before. It's like I let somebody take basically their stuff. And that kills me every day, every single day. All I try to think about is God, and if my grandma and papa over here, I know they would let me stay with them. I know they would. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yeah, I just want to say I love y'all.
like, y'all, he had first got paid from the job he had started, and they took that money and like I said, he didn't have all his clothes and shoes, so he didn't have nothing. So I gave him some of my clothes for him to sleep in, and then he had told his job, and they were so nice enough to, you know, get their husbands to give him clothes and stuff like that. But it's even hard for him to cash checks because he don't have his ID or his driver's license and stuff. So I just pray that you all don't go through this situation, because it's really sad. But I would have been upset too that my papa obituary is in a car that they had stole from me. That's the saddest thing, because that's the only memory somebody have. Well, not the only memory, but the only item somebody have to remember their grandparents or relatives, anything like that. So, yeah. Because like he said, he haven't been up here so long. All his other family members was able to see their grandfather and their grandmother, but he wasn't because he was separated, you know, because he was in another state. And that's the only thing he had about them. So, but they just really stole his car with everything he had up in there. Sorry, y'all. But we try to like upload often, whatever the case may be, but me and Corey have been like, you know, a little separated because we don't get to see each other often or do a lot of things oftenly. But it's like, it's really a bad thing of what happened to him, but I'm actually kind of thankful and glad he get to stay with us. I wanted him to stay with us even before he was carjacked, you know, because he just hadn't had nowhere to stay. But I'm just thankful God still, you know, let him live. God was a shield against the gun. But it's gonna be the end of this video, guys, because I don't want to record my baby crying, because I know how hard this can be for him, especially, you know, with his pop-off mask, with his last thing he wanted in his obituary being in the car. We love y'all, JC Empire. Jalen out.
Corey out.
And we'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.